present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Jack D.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us today from Oxford, the English university city that's produced more rubbish prime ministers than anywhere else in the UK. Oxford sheep are a short wool breed known for their high meat yield. Oxford sheep differ from other local breeds as the Oxford is the only sheep to have been awarded a BAAAAA honours. The Bullingdon Club, a private all-male dining club for Oxford University students, is so well known for its boorish tradition of bad behaviour and vandalism that most Oxford restaurants and pubs have banned it from hosting events. However, they did recently find a welcome at a branch of Wetherspoons in Blackbird Leys. After an evening of heavy drinking, the members went on the predictable rampage and reportedly caused over £5,000 worth of improvements. The city of Oxford is the home of the Oxford comma, a comma used in a list of 3 or more items within a sentence and occurring after the penultimate item and before the conjunction, usually and, or, nor. This shouldn't be confused with an Oxford coma, which is what most people slip into after hearing that explanation. A controversial statue of Cecil Rhodes at Oriel College has been the subject of calls for its removal by student activists who on several occasions held angry protests under it. The Rhodes Must Fall student movement soon spread to Bristol, where in 2020 similar calls from student activists for the removal of a statue of slave owner Edward Colston led to it being toppled and dumped in Bristol Harbour. The activists involved included Sage Willoughby and Milo Ponsford, and yet despite this, it was the statue that they pushed into the harbour. Edward Colston's graffitied statue was eventually recovered from Bristol Harbour and taken to a local museum where it's now on permanent display, apart from 3 months in the summer when it appears on GB News as holiday cover for Jacob Rees-Mogg. Let's meet the teams. On my right, please welcome Rachel Parris and the Reverend Richard Coles. On my left, Tony Hawks and Alexander Armstrong. And taking his place on the scoring desk next to me, please welcome our resident tree trunk in trunks, the immaculate Sven. Well, we start this week with some new additions to the Uxbridge English Dictionary. A good dictionary is essential for learning the correct use of similar terms. For example, many people don't know the subtle difference between an elf and a sprite. Well, an elf is a supernatural creature in folk tales, typically quite small, whereas sprites are what the royal family have with their Christmas dinner. But the meanings of words are constantly changing, teams, so your suggestions, please, for any new definitions you may have spotted recently. Alexander, you can start.
Cistern. A seagull whose gender identity matches the sex they were assigned with at birth.
Rachel.
Wanting. Fewer than tootings.
Richard.
Urethra. Archimedes makes a breakthrough in genitourinary medicine.
Tony?
Transmit. A glove that identifies as a sock.
Cough syrup. To tell a wig wearer to go away.
Download. The amount of fluff on a duck.
Frankfurter. A candid Geordie photograph.
Wagtail. Colleen Rooney's autobiography.
Mendicant. Gynecologist.
Spreadsheet. How a Mexican farmer fertilizes his fields.
Okay, the teams are going to sing along to some well-known songs in the round called Pick-Up Song. In this round, Sven will spin the discs and each of you teams will sing along to your record until Sven turns the music down. If on its return you're within a gnat's crotchet of the original, I'll be awarding points. And points mean a frankly damning indictment of Britain's intellectual malaise. What do points mean? Yes. And this week's prize is the perfect postprandial treat for the sweet-toothed furrier. It's this after-eight mink. So, Tony Hawks, I'd like you to accompany the communards singing Don't Leave Me This Way. And I'm going to ask Richard Coles to accompany you on the piano. I think it would be very good. Well done, Tony. Thank you. Thank you, Richard. And back to piano, please, Colin. You can take his... Don't sulk. Well, the teams are going to do a spot of acting for us now in the round called Sound Charades. This game is all about miming, the theatrical technique of suggesting action, character, or emotion without words. Mime is, of course, a mainstay of street performance, which is sadly becoming increasingly violent as artists battle for the best pitches. The violence can spill out into the audience, and only last week in Oxford city centre, a man was attacked by a street performer. Luckily, the man was ex-military, so he knew to go straight for the juggler. Well, in our version of the game entitled Sound Charades, team members are permitted to use their voices. So, Rachel and Richard, you're to start, please, and your title will shortly be displayed to the audience via the laser display screen. And for listeners at home, here is the mystery voice.
Mean Girls. Mean Girls.
Off you go, please, Rachel and Richard.
It's two words.
Yeah.
And it's a film and a musical. Hello, Annabella.
Hi, Jocasta.
How many people are you inviting to your birthday party?
Well, I asked Serafina, Cressida, and Evelina what they thought. Serafina thought I should invite 23 people. Cressida thought I should invite 31 people. And Evelina thought I should invite 47 people.
So, how many people are you inviting?
33.667.
2 words. I think I know what one of the words is, but that doesn't mean I know.
We want both of them.
Yeah. Well, is one of the words pie?
No.
Oh.
We didn't really help you with this.
No.
No.
Well, it
It could be quite nasty of us, you might have said.
Mean Girls.
There you go. Okay, your turn, Tony and Sandi. Your title is now being exhibited on the laser display board, and here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Trading Places. Trading Places.
Okay, it's a film, and it's 2 words. 2 words. Can I help you, sir?
Yes, I'd like some of your lovely fish, please.
Mm-hmm. And, are you after anything in particular?
Well, I need a large flat fish, if you have one.
Well, how about this one, sir?
Lovely.
Oh, that'll be £10.
I don't suppose I could pay you with these.
What, those 2 smaller flatfish?
Yes. How about if I give you these 2 flatfish, and then I take that one?
Fair enough, done.
Lovely.
Is it Changing Places?
Nearly.
Oh, Trading Places.
Well, it's now time to play the game called Mornington Crescent. The first I notice our in tray crumpling under the weight of a letter. It comes from Mrs. Trellis of North Wales. She writes, "Dear Claudia Winkleman, on traitors, how come you never take your hood off? Yours sincerely, Mrs. Trellis." Well, on with the game, teams, and as we find ourselves in the fine city of Oxford, we're going to play according to the Oxford rules devised by that famous son of the university, Lewis Carroll. And Carroll, of course, was noted for his nonsense stories and poems, and in his nonsense version of the game, the progression is backwards. Otherwise, rules are normal, except Stovald's advancement works in reverse. So, teams, put on your thinking caps as we start the game from the end and work back towards the beginning. Right. So you can start, Tony.
Okay. Mornington Crescent! Yeah.
Rachel?
I've won, haven't I? Yeah.
No. We have to go back to the beginning of the game.
But hang on.
That's the whole point. It goes backwards.
Jack, where do we finish?
I'll tell you when you've finished.
Okay. Bayswater.
It's a diagonal, but because we're in reverse, you're
It's allowed.
quite safe.
Oh,
Okay.
hang on. Finchley Central.
Finchley Central.
Yeah, nice. Nice, yeah. Yes, good.
Crowd don't like it.
But remember, with reverse Oxford rules, right?
It is reverse.
You should like it,
I think
folks, Oxford rules.
the crowd are slow to pick up on that, but
Yeah.
Zander, I think, isn't it?
Sorry. Chadwell Heath.
Chadwell Heath, yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, well, Upton Park backwards is crap, not poo. So that's what I'm going to go. I'm going Upton Park.
Upton Park.
Are we nearly there, Jack? Yeah.
No, I shall tell you when you're there. Don't
Right,
worry
sorry.
about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I try Tooting? Oh, not Broadway.
Oh, no. Stubbled.
Beck. Tooting Beck.
Oh, well, just hold your horses. Because your opening was Bayswater,
Yes.
that would make Tooting Beck problematic, as we say these days.
Broadway.
No, not Broadway. No, I know you went to Broadway first of all.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Clapham Common.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great.
I'm not being difficult, I just want it played properly.
Well, Canning Town.
Yes, yeah, that's good, yeah. Okay.
I'm going to go New Southgate.
Okay, New Southgate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Yeah,
go on,
well,
Tony.
I thought Finsbury Park backwards, which is crappy rub sniff. So I'll stick with that.
Leaves me just to say, you can start, Rachel.
Acton Central.
Yes. Very good. Take some thinking about, but, hardly worth it. And next round is called What's the Question? In this round, I'm going to give you an answer, and I need to know what was the question that prompted the answer. Rachel, we'll start with you. Here's the answer. I need to know what the question is. Cupful of mucus.
What was the first draft of Mary Poppins' Spoonful of Sugar?
It was, what can a single human nose produce in a day? A spoonful or a cupful of mucus. Tony, here's an answer. Need the question. Someone with a northern accent.
Who are the royal family still barred from marrying?
It was, who did BBC Radio hire in World War II to read the news in order to make it harder for the Germans to produce fake news bulletins? Hey, I'll tell you what's happened. We've been bombed to heck, we have. And Xander, here's an answer for you. They are flirting.
What do Geordies do when they lie in the water without swimming?
Actually, the question was, what are haddocks doing when they hum? Richard, how about this? Here's the answer. I need the question. Because his penis is so large.
Why does William Ragg text in landscape?
It's why can't the male mosquito fish swim straight? Yeah, I know the problem. Yeah, I said it out loud, I did. Back to you, Rachel. Here's the answer. What's the question? Little shits.
What's the name of my son's nursery?
The question was, the Copriae were the jesters of the imperial Roman court, but what does their name translate as? Yeah. Tony, here's an answer. I want the question. They are usually more positive than the first ones.
What are the reviews of your work like after you're dead?
That's just wishful thinking, Tony. It was what characterises the dreams we have later in the night. And Xander, here's another answer I want the question for. Failure to distinguish between red and green light.
What do cyclists and colourblindness have in common?
Yeah. You're very close. It was what is characteristic of colourblindness. And finally, Rachel, here's the answer. What's the question? Shepherd of the royal anus.
What was Penny Mordaunt's official role in the coronation?
The original question was, what was the name given to the doctor charged with administering enemas to the ancient Egyptian pharaohs? Well, the next game is a musical one entitled Song Stoppers. In this round, panellists from each team will take it in turn to sing the opening line to a series of well-known songs, and it's the job of their teammate to answer each opening line in a manner likely to end the song altogether. At the piano, we have Colin Sell. And incidentally, Colin tells us that back in the day he played with the Mamas and the Papas for several years. Apparently he found it hard to make friends his own age. But you can go first, Tony and Xander. Can we have your medley of first lines now, please?
Ah, look at all the lonely people.
Have you never been to an Oxford United game before? Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know?
Well, you never got your money back from the last Nigerian prince, did you?
She packed my bag last night, pre-flight.
So someone else packed your bags. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to step out of the queue.
Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love.
And that's another British seed out of Wimbledon.
Hold me close and hold me fast. The magic spell you cast. This is La Vie en Rose.
Actually, I think it's Lynx Africa. Well, shake it up, baby, now shake it up, baby. Twist and shout, twist and shout.
Will you leave my testicles alone?
I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that to open your defense.
Okay. Your turn now, Rachel and Richard. Can we have your first line medley now, please?
There is a house in New Orleans.
Yeah, we're looking more around the Headington area, really. You walked into the party like you were walking onto a yacht. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me.
No.
We're talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway.
Would you like to know the love of the Lord Jesus?
I've been cheated by you since I don't know when. So I made up my mind, it must come to an end.
Nationalise the water companies!
I'm nothing special, in fact, I'm a bit of a bore. If I tell a joke, you've probably heard it before. But I have a talent, a wonderful thing.
Pay me an extra £5 and I'll hit that budgie with the ping pong ball.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself,
Didcot looks quite different on mushrooms. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom.
switch it off and switch it on again.
Well, she was just 17. You know what I mean.
Sorry, did you say thin crust, Your Royal Highness?
Well, it's very nearly the end of the show. Yes. But there is just time to squeeze in a quick round of funeral or bedroom. Death comes to us all, as one or two of our team members have already discovered this evening. However, there have been some disturbing reports of unregulated crematoria conducting pet cremations alongside human cremations. A few weeks ago, I received a package containing my grandmother's ashes. I thought something was odd after opening it and inadvertently shaking the urn inside. Try as I might, I couldn't ever remember Granny wearing a bell. In this round, I'd like the teams to come up with examples of phrases that might be overheard both at a funeral and also in the bedroom. You can start this, Tony.
How long is this going to last?
Xander.
Who invited them?
Rachel.
It's not what I would choose, but it's what he wanted.
Richard.
Is the live stream working?
Is that your father on the organ?
Things just won't be the same without your Nan.
It was all very sudden.
I'm so sorry that you had to come under these circumstances.
It was so moving. I had a lump in my throat at one point.
Curtains open or closed?
So what are we going to do with the dog?
Would you like a slow peel, Vicar?
Do you have a tissue?
Well, you can imagine my surprise when I discovered she was alive.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as old Father Thames carries the shifting tides of time out towards the ocean of oblivion, and with them the interminable turds of eternity, I notice it's the end of the show. So, from the team, Sven, myself, and our audience here in Oxford, it's goodbye. Goodbye.
Rachel Parris, Tony Hawks, Alexander Armstrong and Richard Coles were being given silly things to do by Jack D, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme consultants were Fraser Steele and Stephen Dick, and the producer was John Naismith.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Dave Lee and your chairman is Humphrey Littleton.
Hello, and if you're looking forward to another keenly fought contest of wit, memory and skill, then you should be tuned to Yesterday in Parliament. We're going to play I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue with Barry Cryer and Graham Garden. And Tim Brooke Taylor and William Rushton. And I'm here because it's half an hour out of the cold, so let's start with round one, which is called Censored Songs. Dave Lee at the piano will give each member of the teams an intro of a well-known song, and they have to sing it. But they have to censor, by means of a buzzer, any words which they consider will outrage public decency or frighten the horses. So we're going to start now with Barry Cryer, and Dave Lee, will you introduce a song to Barry?
Early one morning, just as the was rising, I saw a maiden in the valley below. Oh, don't me, oh, never me, how could you, a poor maiden so?
Now, Willie Rushton.
Post at the corner on the street.
Thank you, Willie. That's quite enough of that one. I think it would be invidious to give one team or another more marks than the others, so I'm not going to give any of them any. I'm going to say that this is where I introduce a round that's played at the end of the programme, so that the teams have time to think of silly names for people arriving at the Clerics Ball. And once again, the Reverend Arnold Page of Castle Carey in Somerset has sent in that suggestion, and has also given us a couple of his examples to show the standard to which the teams have to aspire at the end of this programme. His examples are, for instance, the Venerable and Mrs. Balls and their son Canon Balls, Sister Marie Lecoir and her nephew Evan Lecoir. They are teams. Start thinking now, and We come to a new game which is called a right pair. In this round, one team pretends to be a pair of something, pepper and salt, or Burke and Hare, or Muir and Norden, or whatever, and they give the other team a clue, and they have 10 questions to guess. And our audience will be shown on a board here what it is they're trying to guess. And I hope in passing you'll show it to me as well. So, Tim and Willie, you're going to do the first one, and we await with bated breath the arrival of the board, which is now going to show the audience what it is.
We're going to guess it, or sorry.
No, you're going to do it. It's going to be you've got to give them the clue. Barry and Graham are going to try and guess it.
And it's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Hi-ho. Well, it's... Willie's quite clean, and I'm quite small in many ways.
My heart bleeds, but will you give us a clue as to...
Barry and Graham, we've had the clue. See if we can get it in 10 questions.
Well now, Willie's quite clean. Quite clean. Tim's small. Tim's, yes.
Are you... Do we get to know if it's animal, vegetable, or mineral or not?
All animal.
All animal. Human.
On Saturday nights. But that's not a clue.
Graham asks human.
Yes.
It's a pair of people.
It's
more a coupling than a pair, but that's not really right either.
Oh, you've seen that version too. Willie is one character, and I am not entirely one character.
You're more than one. You're several people.
Yes.
Are you, in fact, not so much a pair as an eightsome?
Yes.
It's got to be Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Right.
And Barry and Graham got that one in 6. So now it's your time to give the clue, Barry and Graham, and Tim and Billy, you have to guess. So first of all, your clue, Graham.
Our clue is old cars and TV series.
And they're bangers and mash. Bangers and mash.
And they want to know if it's animal, vegetable, or mineral.
Animal and vegetable.
Old cars and...
TV series.
Which is which? Barry, are you old cars?
Graham is old cars, and I'm...
Graham's the clapped-out old banger, and...
Bangers and mash.
You got that in 2. That puts the score now in a position where the tension is well nigh unbearable. In fact, it is unbearable, so I won't go further into that. And we go on to blues. And in this round, as you know, if you've followed this game for a long time, each team will give the other the topic for a blues, which they must then improvise, accompanied by Dave Lee at the piano. Barry and Graham, will you give Willie and Tim their blues, please?
The French lessons blues.
Oh yeah. Saying it's French lessons that I want. Oh yeah. I want, Willie won't.
I've wanted to speak French ever since I was in the funk.
Oh yeah, baby, I like that, baby. I saw a card in the newsagent saying French lessons 2nd floor.
She said that'll be £5 dearie.
What do you say?
Well, I plumed my tongue.
Well, Tim and Willie get off the mark there with 13, and it's your turn to give Barry and Graham their title.
The opinion poll blues.
Wonderful. I woke up this morning, an early call, and out of bed I did roll. Out of bed I did roll. I really rolled out of bed. I saw a horse holding up the telegraph wires. Bless my soul. Bless my soul. I said, horse, what are you doing? He said, you're not going to believe them. But I'm a gallop pony.
So that puts the teams pretty well ahead of each other. And we go on to the game which is called, as you know, tag wrestling. In this round I'm going to give each team the payoff of a story, and I shall then start one of you off telling the story to fit your punchline. And then when I feel like it, I shall press the buzzer, which sounds like this. In fact, it's not a buzzer, it's a bell this time, and it goes. And a member from the opposing team will have to take up that story, but make the story fit his punchline. And the first team to reach their particular punchline, if either of them are so lucky as to do that, will win the round. Now, Barry and Graham, your punchline, if you'll take it down, is this. The stock market panicked as Mrs. Driscoll's behind went west. You've got that one? And Tim and Willie, here's your punchline. The mayor shrieked. That's a mayor, Lord Mayor type mayor, not a lady horse.
Lady mare.
As he felt her touch halfway up.
Oh, don't
finish, finish, please.
Ben Nevis.
Anticlimax.
All right. Now, Barry and Graham, you've had the longest to think of how to embark on your story, so will you start, please, working towards your punchline?
The stock exchange was in a turmoil. Who was this Mrs. Driscoll, they were all asking? Is she a front or is she a behind? Confusion reigned. Tellers and jobbers were rushing about on the tell and on all sorts of activities. And
Willie.
Far away from the hubbub of the city, from the old lady of Threadneedle Street, Mrs. Driscoll's sister, Eva, was halfway up Ben Nevis, clambering up towards the traditional yearly outing of the Corporation of Bootle. We used to set off at the top of Ben Nevis to celebrate certain things in old rustic ways, and, well, spring being what it is in Bootle, people like to dart up Ben Nevis, particularly if you're wearing mayoral robes.
Which they were not. Meanwhile, back with the old lady of Threadneedle Street, Mrs. Driscoll herself, panic broke out on the stock market as she brought in a small form of deer, gazelle, or antelope. It was, in fact, a hind. "Get that bee-hind out of here," cried leading stockbrokers of the day, with less wit than judgment.
And while you're about it, remove Mrs. Driscoll and take her to a place where she can be no longer recovered. I would like to announce, said the man in charge of the stock market, a story. I would like to tell a story about last year when I took part in the Ben Nevis...
Shut up, you old bore, they all cried at the stock market. We don't want to hear your Ben Nevis tales. What about Mrs. Driscoll and this hind that is running amok in the stock market? We cannot carry on our normal business. Suddenly, the hind let out...
If what happens this afternoon on Ben Nevis ever hits the stock market, the pound will be down like a rotten... It'll have a rotten day. They'll all be going around saying, what a rotten day the pound's had. My word, I wish I was halfway up Ben Nevis. Eva is secreting this enormous passion for the mare. And a sinuous hand began as they mounted. He was in front of her, a fortunate position for her to set off up his robes.
At about halfway along the terminal third of his fibula, a piercing scream rent the air, and the mare turned just in time to see Eva spiraling downwards to the base of Ben Nevis, never to be seen again.
Where am I, he said, where am I? And somebody said, you've just fallen asleep, you've woken up. He said, but she spiraled down, only a dream, they said. is just behind you, and the mayor shrieked as he felt a touch.
It was only a dream? Oh, what a relief. And then realised he was still asleep, and the only a dream statement had been a dream. Enough of this nonsense. Enough of this nonsense. He finally woke...
Actually, Barry's taken the words out of my mouth. Because in a kind of inadvertent spasm, I stopped Tim in the middle of the actual punchline, and I think he'd reached it. Don't you agree, audience, that we should give that...
Rubbish! Never.
The whole programme seems to have got into a serious vein, and we stay in it now for the round that we call simply opera, and it's a musical round, and I want you to sing a snatch of grand opera from a selected passage from a libretto which I shall give you. And Barry and Graham, we're going to start with you, and your words come from the Home Handyman, from the section devoted to fixing to walls and ceilings. Dave Lee will give you an introduction.
Take screws easily, and offer no anchorage, and the plywood is too thin to take a screw. A praying toggle with drums which spread below over a wide area. Insert it with the wings folded back. Open off the other side of the board. Sizes from 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch in diameter, up to 2.5 inches long. Push pivot arm through the hole and let it fall into a vertical and then let it fall into a vertical position. Tighten it until the toggle is hard up against river side. Size is 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch diameter, 3 inches long. 3 inches long. 3 inches long.
Very moving. Now, Tim and Willie, your one comes from the Italian phrase book, from the section devoted to miscellaneous expressions. Mark the page. Dave, can you give us a shortish introduction?
That's right. It's too much, it's too dear. Really cheap. Quickly, slowly. Come in. Forward, back. On this side, on the other side. I am an Englishman, Englishwoman. It is no matter. I don't know anything about it. You are right, you are wrong. It doesn't work, on the contrary. It is fine, bad weather. I think so.
Well, with that operatic performance, Willie and Tim are so far ahead that it's only for contractual reasons that Graham and Barry are remaining at the podium. We come to the round which is called ad-lib poem, and as you know, I get the teams to make up a poem. I give them the first line of the poem, and each member must keep going until I ring the bell, and then a member of the opposing team must take over. This goes on until, well, if you've any experience of this program, it's true to say that this goes on ad infinitum. And I'm going to give you the first line, so here it is. Belay, haul to, avast behind. We've got to catch that lugger. Incidentally, I mark here for poetic feeling, sensitivity, and the absence of rude words. Oh, Barry.
Yes.
Belay Hall 2, if asked behind, we've got to catch that lugger.
But first, let's not all dash away. We'll have some tea with sugar. We'll have a cup of tea, I cried, and perhaps some crumpets too. And then we'll go and chase the boat, but first I'm going to loo. Thence I retired in my smart suit. It was so dapper and neaty. I found...
Neaty? Where's Neaty? So I hove me towards the Elson, which, for advertising reasons, I shall refer to as a sweetie. Excellent. There I repaired. The boat adrift. I thought I'd have a read. Jogged through the manual of how to sail or how to plant some seed. I noticed that the boat was drifting towards the coast of Brazil.
I'll say that daunting prospect did make me feel quite ill. Thank you.
For that applause.
Brazil, I thought, a foreign land with strange and savage customs.
Well done. And then I thought again some more. They also have tall busmen. What? Tall busmen? I thought to myself, thought I, in Brazil by the sea. Can this be me that's talking? Is it really, really me? It was. I found out to my cost. And I'll tell you, my name is Lawrence.
Now I recall you very well. I met you once in Florence. You were a very sporty chap, so fond of games like rugger. But the thing that I always remember is you couldn't rhyme with lugger. How are you? How are you, Larry? Then I cried. How have things really been?
I heard you'd been the victim of a certain cardinal sin. Cardinal sin has been returned, is now back in the Vatican.
I must say, I agree with you. I hope I never see that Ratigan. But now accompany me.
I like Terence.
My lad. But now accompany me, my lad, to yonder hostelry. And there we'll drink the night away with 15 pints of tea. And when our tea has all been drunk and we are on the floor,
we'll shout out, Maestro. Bring us here 15 pints more. After this we had to go, if you know what I mean.
Behind me was a little chap I thought just like a gnome. But after 15 pints of tea, I went wee, wee, wee all the way.
Well, if that's not an artistic conclusion, I don't know what is. Right, well, this is the point in the programme where I go home so that I can miss your announcements for the arrivals teams at the Clerics Ball.
Mr. and Mrs. Bate and their daughter, Sally Bate.
Very nice. A quiet welcome, please.
They got it.
Another quiet welcome, please. For Mr. and Mrs. Chester Cathedral and their daughter, Winchester Cathedral.
Sober up in the vestry. Here come Mr. and Mrs. Lations and her son, the Revelations.
Leap up and down and throw your gaiters in the air, if you will, for Mr. and Mrs. Bible and their Newt estimate. Not to mention...
Better not to.
Mr. and Mrs. Peria and their mother, Sue Peria.
Tim was right.
Well, we're not mentioning anything. Mr. and Mrs. Rage Tea Party and their son, Vic Rage Tea Party.
From the Orient.
Yes, welcome.
But not with his wife, so we'll never know the truth. The wonderfully virile Bishop of Shanghai and his youngest son, him number 33.
Trying to follow that, but the door's jammed. Oh no, they're in here. The clerical zoo gang. The Reverend Hush and his two puppies. His cat, Ikism. His crow, Zia. Luther, the papal bull. And some yards behind, his skunk, affectionately known to us all as the family pew.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you pay careful attention, please, to the arrival of Mr. Sam Lila and Sam's son, Andy Lila.
Also for Mrs. Iced Milk and Pasta.
Turn your faces to the wall. An onrush of clerical streakers. The Nicholas Parsons.
No swearing in church, please. Will you lift up your hearts, please, to Mr. and Mrs. In Excelsis Deo and their daughter, Gloria.
At this point, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you that the scores are Graham and Barry 77, Tim and Willie 104, the audience 33, and it brings us...
A last desperate entrance by Mr. and Mrs. Spray and their daughter, Letty Spray, and her friend, Neil.
And
we cannot...
We squashed in the doorway.
You first.
No, it's all right. Church doors are pretty big. Mr. and Mrs. E. do well. Their ecclesiastical son, Dean E. do well.
Mr. and Mrs. Ain and their daughter Audrey, who prefers to be known simply as Aud Ain.
And pray also silence for the host.
That's it.
Yes, that's all, ladies and gentlemen, so till next time, thank you and good night.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Jack D.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us on a visit to Blackpool's Grand Theatre. Blackpool's summer seasons have hosted many famous performers. One of the greatest regulars was, of course, George Formby with his ukulele and later his mean lean grilling machine. It doesn't matter what you put in the grill, it always turns out nice again. Yes. And it cleans windows. The household products multinational Reckitt Benckiser have a factory near here where they make Vanish, which is marketed as Britain's #1 stain remover. They don't say whether it works on number 2s. An enterprising Blackpool company recently launched a modification which has been hailed as the ultimate car anti-theft device. They glue a Vauxhall Corsa badge to your bonnet. It was recent research at Lancaster University that concluded that the impending world food shortage can be solved by eating insects. Well, they say the most nutritious are the cockroach, the locust and the dung beetle, which should be frozen to kill them while preserving their nutrients. But is it really possible to live off a dead beetle? Well, Yoko Ono has managed for 35 years. We are today guests of Blackpool's historic Grand Theatre. Built in 1894, it has never presented anything but top-line entertainment. And that's exactly what we've got today, anything but top-line entertainment. Let's meet the teams. They are, on my left, Barry Cryer and Jeremy Hardy. And on my right, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Rob Brydon. And eager as ever to enjoy some hot scoring action on the desk next to me, please welcome the delightful Samantha. So we start this week with a look at ruined songs. It's all too easy to ruin a song. Just look at the entire career of Danny Minogue, Kylie's tone-deaf brother. Teams, I'd like you to add a word to the title of a song in order to make it a lot less appealing. Barry, maybe you could start us off.
Breaking wind beneath my wings.
Tim.
The only way is up, yours.
Rob.
Mrs. Anne Robinson.
Jeremy.
Outside La Vie en Rose.
Do you know the way to San Jose Mourinho?
She loves you, Kip.
Don't go breaking my heart valve.
Papa's got a brand new colostomy bag.
Anne Widdecombe Fair.
Suicide is painless, jump.
Wake me up before you go go-karting.
I put a spell check on you.
I believe I can fly fish.
Once, twice, 3 times a ladyboy.
Tell Laura I love her mum.
Okay, well, it's time for a music round now. This is where I ask the teams to sing one song to the tune of another. The town of Blackpool has produced some of the music world's biggest names, including Robert Smith of The Cure. Robert is best known for his trademark otherworldly appearance, that of a tumble-dried Elizabeth Taylor. At the piano, we have Colin Sell. Listeners will be interested to learn Colin has recently been working with Florence and the Machine. Yes, after a quick check, Colin realised the problem with Florence's machine was a bra wire in the filter pump. Well, we'll start with you, Barry. I'd like you to sing the words of Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba to the tune of the Toreador's March from Bizet's Carmen.
Knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. Pissing the night away, pissing the night. He drinks a whiskey drink.
So, it's you now, Jeremy, and Give him a chance. I'd like you to sing the words of Thank You for the Music by ABBA to the tune of Annie's song.
I'm nothing special. In fact, I'm a bit of a bore. If I tell a joke, you've probably heard it before. But I have a talent, a wonderful thing. 'Cause everyone listens when I start to sing. I'm so grateful and proud. All I want is to sing it out loud. So I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty, what would life be?
To hear him sing like that, it brings a tear to the eye. Especially when you know how badly bullied he was at school. So, Tim, I'd like you to sing the words of The Message by Grandmaster Flash to the tune of A Windmill in Old Amsterdam.
It's like a jungle, sometimes it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Broken glass everywhere, people pissing on the stairs. You know they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. Got no money to move out, I guess. I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. Hooray!
And finally, Rob, I'd like you to sing the words of With Me Little Stick of Blackpool Rock to the tune of Delilah.
Actually, I've had a very discreet one. It's actually on my shoulder, and it depicts a shoulder. If you look really, really closely, you can just about see it.
I've got the Edinburgh tattoo all over my body. It's beautiful.
I was going to have a tattoo, but my garden's not big enough and I can't stand bagpipes, so it's just...
I don't know if I've ever mentioned it to you guys. We've not talked about piercings very much, but I've got a pierced Brosnan.
I've got both nipples pierced, and between them I've got running the old communication cord from an old train. And if you pull on it, my heart stops.
I've got all 4 nipples pierced.
Last time I was in Blackpool, I got well pierced.
Move on to another subject. This time you are variety acts. So maybe, Tim, you could kick us off.
Well, I've got a juggling act. I juggle dogs.
I juggle flies. Fly juggling. They fly from hand to hand. They do the work.
Beat that, Rob.
Well, I've got 6 dogs, and they juggle me.
Wow. What I do is I actually juggle a career and children. I did drop a toddler the other day, but she was all right.
Well, this time you're boasting about the worst builders you've had.
We had an absolute nightmare with ours. We've always wanted a loft conversion, and they went up there and they converted it to Catholicism. The big statue of the Virgin where the shower was supposed to be.
Well, we had builders came round and to talk about a project, and I had an extension in the kitchen.
Was that early in the morning?
Not as much these days, no. So,
well, they promised us they could dig out our basement and put a swimming pool in, and they drowned the people in the downstairs flat.
Okay. Jeremy, you start this one, and you're talking about the most authentic holiday experiences that you've had.
Okay, well, we just wanted to get completely off the tourist track, so we didn't want to go to a travel agent, we didn't want to book anything, we just turned up at the airport, we stowed away on a plane, we didn't even know where it was going, we just thought we'd wing the whole thing, just like that.
We're the same, my wife and I. We don't like to go to built-up areas, so we'll tend to go to places that are probably just still glacier. There's no life, just plankton, just very basic bacterial life.
Funny you should say that, because we love whales. We spend our life...
Why is that funny?
I'll explain to you afterwards, John.
Well, we just think everywhere's getting so overdeveloped that we actually holiday back in time. Kind of like early Paleolithic times. We go to. Some of it's quite spoilt now. It's a shame, but you know, we like to just hang with the fossils and just really, really chill, just not really go anywhere.
We go into the future, and I knew you'd say all that.
We go back in time to the Isle of Man, and there's a statue of Norman Wisdom there. You know, it keeps falling down.
I've got a Pierce Brosnan.
Okay, well, our next round was inspired by Through the Keyhole, the popular TV favourite in which a sad parade of desperate has-beens lay their lives bare in front of a clearly unimpressed audience. I think we should sue, actually. For the purposes of this round, 2 mystery cubicles have been specially furnished off-stage to precisely resemble the homes of celebrities. Each team will take it in turn to enter one of these cubicles and to describe its contents for the opposing team to guess whose house it represents. So you can go first, Tim and Rob. You can leave the stage, please. Enter your mystery cubicle now. Meanwhile, the identity of Tim and Rob's home owner will now be displayed to the theatre audience via the state-of-the-art laser display screen. And for listeners at home, here's the mystery voice.
Sir Tom Jones. Sir Tom Jones.
Okay. Tim and Rob, are you inside yet?
We're in.
We're here.
Okay. Can you start describing what you can see, please?
Okay, thank you, Jack. Well, there's a big armchair, but it's round the wrong way now. Is that normal?
Well, it's not unusual, certainly.
And the owner is a keen sports fan, Jack, but he's got a dartboard. He or she, could be a she, got a dartboard, but instead of a bullseye in the middle, there's a picture of Boy George.
Oh, here's a sack. There's something written on it. What is it? Oh, from the BBC.
That must be who gave it, I suppose.
Yeah, let's have a look in this cupboard.
Oh, good Lord, it's full of knickers. Different sizes. I mean, it's a nice home. Look at this, look at this. Giant bag of evergreen lawn fertilizer.
There's a cat flap.
What's new?
Yeah. Here's a framed photo of someone. Hang on, is that you, Rob? So you've met him?
Do you know what? I think I have.
Well, what's your impression of him?
I don't know.
Okay, right, Barry and Jeremy, can you work out whose house that is?
Well, it's that wonderful singer Shirley Jones.
It's Sir Thomas Jones.
Yes, Tom Jones, congratulations. Well done. Barry and Jeremy, it's your turn. You can go and enter your cubicle now, so off you go. And while Barry and Jeremy make their way there, the identity of their homeowner will now be displayed to the audience again via the laser display board, while here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Sir Walter Raleigh. Sir Walter Raleigh.
Barry and Jeremy, can you hear me?
Yes. Here we are. Yeah.
So can you start describing what you can see, please?
Well, it looks like somebody who's been around quite a bit.
Yeah.
So obviously, there's a lot of travel brochures here.
Yeah.
A lot of rough guides.
There's a picture of him there, look.
Oh, yeah, but what's he wearing? That cloak's filthy.
It's filthy.
It's got footprints, muddy footprints, and it looks like a lady's shoe.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of duty free. He's got load of fags. Golden Virginia. What else he's got? He's got an appetite. Oven chips.
Yes.
Crisps. Packets of Smash.
Smash. Oh, there's a bicycle over there.
Is it his, do you think?
It's got his name on it.
Oh, it must be.
Yeah. Very interesting man.
Yeah.
Right. The end.
All right.
Might as well have a Smash while we're in here.
All right. Tim and Rob, what do you make of that?
We think it's Walter Raleigh.
Yeah, it's such fun, hearing you work it out and guess. Well, this next game is about life's great questions. It's a bit like the moral maze. What is conscience? Why am I here? Is there anything else on? It's a general knowledge quiz, but it's a quiz with a twist in that it's conducted backwards. I'll provide the answers to various questions, and I'll ask the teams to suggest what they think the original question would have been. Okay, so Barry, you can start. Here's the answer, and what's the question? Both poles.
Who are your last plumbers?
The question was actually which two places on Earth has only one dog ever been to? Yeah.
Dogs always head for poles.
Tim, the answer is a detestable, bombastic, tiresome, egocentric creep.
What's the nicest thing you can say about Donald Trump?
In fact, it was how was Hercule Poirot described by Agatha Christie? Yeah.
Ooh,
Jeremy, here's the answer for you. It does not contain toilet paper.
Why do Blackpool folk prefer the swimming pool to the sea?
In fact, the question was, what did the president of Belarus officially state about the Belarusian sausage in 2015? Okay, Rob, the answer is bow wow, ding dong, and poo poo.
What were some of the suggested names put forward before settling on Duran Duran?
In fact, it was what are three names for different theories about the origin of language? Barry.
Yeah.
A bloody awful singer.
What came last in the sewing machine Olympics?
In fact, no, the question was, how did Prince Philip once describe Tom Jones? Tim?
Yeah.
This is the answer. Right. 7 inches to the gallon.
What's the actual consumption of a Volkswagen Golf?
But the question was, what was Apollo 11's fuel consumption?
Oh.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Traces of anal bacteria.
Why don't thermometers taste nice?
It's in fact the question was, what do 1 in 7 UK banknotes carry? No need to worry about that here in Blackpool. And Rob, the answer is yew tree.
What do you shout if you want a table at a variety club dinner?
The question was, in 1745, which tree did Louis XV go to a ball dressed as? Yeah. Barry, on
Yes.
for you. So the answer is, turned on by a horse in 1977.
What was Princess Anne's happiest moment?
As I'm sure the audience know. Do you know what this is, audience? What happened to the Blackpool illuminations when Red Rum did the honours? Yeah, they were turned on by a horse in 1977. Tim, the answer is your brain cells shrink.
What happens when you move to Yorkshire? From Lancashire.
It's actually what happens to your brain cells when you're asleep. Yeah. That's woken you up, hasn't it? Jeremy.
Yeah.
Add Viagra to their water.
How do you serve teetotalers a stiff drink?
In fact, the question is, how can one prevent flowers from wilting for up to a week? And, Rob, the answer is like a dead pig.
What is David Cameron's favourite Madonna song?
In fact, it's, the question is, what is the Chinese equivalent of sleeping like a log? I slept like a dead pig. And finally, Barry,
yes.
Again, for you, the answer is by sewing two jock straps together.
How do you start a cockfight?
Yes, the question was, how was the sports bra invented? Yeah. It's very nearly the end of the show, but there's just time to fit in a quick round of Ornithologists Film Club. Samantha's a keen bird watcher, and she and a gentleman friend have just returned from a twitching break to a coastal wetland centre. It was an exhilarating weekend, and the gentleman's hand shook as he filled in his notebook. 3 shags, 1 swallow, and a record-breaking 12 finches. So, teams, I'd like you, please, to suggest film titles likely to be popular with an audience of ornithologists. Jeremy, do you want to start?
Once Upon a Ptarmigan in the West.
Barry.
Carry On Up the Khyber.
Someone just went, no. Tim.
The Rook, the Thief, His Wife and Her Plover.
Rob.
Inglorious Buzzards.
Gannet of the Apes.
Butch Cassowary and the Sundance Kid.
Betty Bluetit.
Natural Born Guillemots.
Drakes on a Plane.
Oh, what a lovely warbler.
Snakes on a Crane.
Titanic.
Poltergeist.
Kill Spoonbill.
Rook who's squawking.
Kill Hornbill.
We need to stalk about Kevin.
Kill Razorbill.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the tourist hat of time is condemned by the Trading Standards Officer of Eternity, and the dead donkey of destiny is recycled in the service station sausage of salvation. I notice it's the end of the show, so from the team, Samantha, myself, and our audience here in Blackpool, it's goodbye. Goodbye.
Barry Pryor, Jeremy Hardy, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Rob Brydon were being given silly things to do by Jack D, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme consultants were Ian Pattinson and Fraser Steele, and the producer was John Naismith. We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games.
At the piano is Colin Sell, and your chairman is Jack D.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry, I Haven't a Clue. You join us this week in the fine city of York at the Grand Opera House. Yorkshire has produced several famous explorers, including Captain James Cook, who charted Australia before his mysterious death in Hawaii. It was Cook and his crew who introduced cricket to Australia. So 100 years later, in 1877, it was appropriate that the very first international match was played at Headingley. In the event, Australia lost heavily due to the poor quality of their bowling. Although, to be fair, bowling isn't easy in handcuffs. When Yorkshire County Cricket Club was founded in 1863, one of their main rules was that no one could play for Yorkshire who wasn't born here. The rule was relaxed in the 1930s, allowing anyone to play who could prove he had an ancestor with Yorkshire blood in him. A player from the Pacific was the first to qualify on the grounds that his great-grandfather had eaten Captain Cook. After the remains of Richard III were discovered in a shallow grave in a Leicester car park, a petition to have them interred in York Minster failed, so he was finally laid to rest in Leicester Cathedral. Anyone planning to visit will be pleased to find they no longer have a speed hump in the car park. The screenwriter Alan Plater was born in Yorkshire, but left in his 20s to seek work in London. He arrived penniless and was soon living rough in a bus shelter with cardboard for a bed. When he was finally reunited with his family from Hull, they wept tears of joy to see how well he'd done for himself. Yorkshire is the spiritual home of rugby league, the northern version of the game which differs in several ways to rugby union. In rugby league, a team consists of only 13 players. There's no scrummaging or line-outs, and after 6 tackles, a team must concede possession, whereas rugby union is played properly. That's what it says. That's what I read, because it's true. But rugby league doesn't have a monopoly on playing games wrongly that no one understands. Let's meet the teams. There they are. On my left, Barry Cryer and Graham Garden. And on my right, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Sandi Toksvig. And eager as ever to enjoy some hot scoring action on the desk next to me, please welcome the delightful Samantha. Well, we start this week with a look at the world of charities. We're a very charitable nation. Indeed, only today in York, when stopped by a nose-ringed Australian with a charity clipboard, I was more than delighted to disclose Tim Brooke-Taylor's sensitive bank details. Now, teams, I'd like you to suggest some names of charities doomed to fail. Barry, maybe you could start.
Blind Dogs for the Guides.
Tim.
The Royal Society for the Prevention of Children.
Sandy.
Children in Tweed.
Graham.
The Imperial Wart Museum.
Shave the Whales.
Médecins Sans Brasier.
Friends of the Girth.
The People's Dispensary for Animal Sick.
The Salivation Army.
Brown Nose Day.
Kelp for Heroes.
The Royal National Love Bite Institution.
Colonic Relief.
Dyslexia KU.
St. John's ambivalence.
And in Ireland, help the Egypt.
Children in Leeds.
Time for a musical round now, as I ask teams to sing one song to the tune of another. Now, at the piano, we have Colin Sell. And listeners will be interested to learn that Colin has recently been working with Adele. He spilt tea on his other laptop. So we'll start with you, Barry. I'd like you to sing the words of Don't Mess With My Toot Toot by Denise LaSalle to the tune of Vera Lynn's There'll Be Bluebirds Over the White Cliffs of Dover.
Don't mess with my toot-toot. Don't mess with my toot-toot. I know you have another woman. So don't mess with my toot-toot. When I was born in my birthsuit, the doctor, he slapped my behind. He said, you're gonna be special, you sweet little toot-toot. So you can look as much, but if you as much as touch, you're gonna have yourself a case. I'm gonna break your face. So don't mess with my toot-toot.
Okay, you now, Sandy. I'd like you to sing the words of Relax by Frankie Goes to Hollywood to the tune of Loch Lomond.
Relax, don't do it when you want to go to it. Relax, don't do it, welcome. Relax, don't do it when two others do it. Relax, don't do it when you want to come. Relax, don't do it when you want to go to it. Relax, don't do it when you want to come. Relax, don't do it when you want to talk to it. Relax, don't do it when you want to come.
Sandi Toksvig there we and
There's always the moment, Jack, that you hope that you're not immediately after the show going to die and it's the very last thing you ever did.
what you have to remember is we work with Jeremy Hardy as well.
Yeah.
So your turn, Tim. I'd like you to sing the words of the Goodies theme to the tune of Feelings.
Goodies, goody, goody, yum, yum. Do you need a helping hand? Oh, you know we'll understand. Oh, with you right to the end. Everyone needs a friend. Goody, goody, goody. Dee will show you definitely why you should employ us three. We can take on any old line. Anything, anytime, hi, hi, hi. Goodies, goody, goody. Yum, yum, a goodie.
Sometimes when you do that to a song, you realise for the first time how good the lyrics are. That wasn't one of those times, but it can happen. Okay, finally, Graham, I'd like you to sing the words of The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face to the tune of Donald, Where's Your Trousers?
time ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes. The moon and stars were the gifts you gave to the dark and endless skies. And the first time I ever kissed your mouth, I felt the earth move in my hands like the trembling heart of a captive bird that was there at my command. And the first time ever I lay with you, I felt your heart so close to mine, and I know our joy would fill the earth and last till the end of time.
Graham Garden there with the audience in York, very thoughtfully eating their crisps in time. Thank you. This next game combines the philosophical complexity of Schrödinger's cat with the intellectual rigour of Immanuel Kant's concept of being. It's called In My Pants. So, teams, your task is to suggest song titles, while mine is simply to say the phrase "in my pants" immediately after each title without raising a smile. Shouldn't be too challenging. Now, in the unlikely event that you are able to raise a titter from the chair, teams, Samantha will be awarding points. So, Tim, you can start.
Someday my prince will come.
In my pants.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
In my pants. Sandy.
Your tiny hand is frozen.
In my pants. Graham.
I've grown accustomed to her face.
Where the bee sucks, there suck I.
In my pants.
I'm forever blowing bubbles.
In my pants.
I've got a brand new combine harvester.
In my pants.
Mouldy old dough.
In my pants.
I can't get no satisfaction.
In my pants.
Things ain't what they used to be.
In my pants.
Here we come gathering nuts in May.
In my pants.
There's no one quite like Grandma.
I tell you my secrets and you use them against me. Well, the next round takes a look at medical conditions. As a qualified doctor, Graham Garden should do well here. Graham keeps in contact with his old doctor colleagues, including those who offer a new super discreet in-home prostate examination service. All they need is a name, an address, and a bum height letterbox. In this game, one team will be suffering from an obscure condition which the other team, as doctors, will try to diagnose. So you can start, Tim and Sandy. The identity of your complaint is now being displayed to our theatre audience via the laser display screen. And for listeners at home, here is the mystery voice.
Tim and Sandy think they're penguins. Tim and Sandy think they're penguins.
So, Tim and Sandy, please enter the surgery of Doctors Barry and Graham.
Morning.
Good morning. Come in. Take a seat.
Thank you.
And what seems to be the trouble?
Well, I'd like to say what it is, but I've got cold feet.
I'm sorry we're late, Doctor. We stopped to pick up a chocolate biscuit. Don't you know what's wrong with us? Have you not read any of our books?
I'll tell you, Sandy, what your problem is. You always wanted to be, what was it?
A nun.
Well, you got the outfit.
Oh, you king of the well-dressed.
Emperor, please.
Well, I don't like the clothes. They're no good for pole dancing.
Well, it depends which pole.
Look, I don't think you should be talking about poles in front of the doctors.
Sorry, I was just trying to break the ice. Heavens, is that the time we must fly?
Oh, no, we can't.
Can't, no.
There's a climate involvement here.
Yes, there is, and I think they're penguins.
Indeed.
Very well done.
OK, your turn to be the patients, Barry and Graham, and you've just been summoned into the surgery of Dr. Sandy and Dr. Tim. And here again is the identity of your mystery medical condition. The display to the audience. And here again is the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Barry and Graham think they're Sepp Blatter. Barry and Graham think they're Sepp Blatter.
Hello.
Yes, do come in.
Do come in.
Come
do
in.
go in.
Yeah,
sit down.
Yes, right.
What seems to be the matter?
Nothing.
Nothing? What do you mean, boss?
I don't know what all the fuss is about.
Exactly.
Everything's fine.
Are you a bloke?
Well, if you expect me to answer that, it'll cost you.
Yeah. I'm as fit as a fiddle.
Maybe not the right word.
Yes, exactly.
No, I've been taking plenty of exercise lately. Running, diving, ducking and diving.
Is anything wrong with me, for instance? I have no knowledge of it.
I'm not aware of anything, No, and, I mean, I should know if there was anything wrong, because I like to keep my finger in the pie, well, on the till, on the pulse.
I've developed this lump.
Yes.
In my wallet.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything serious, so I've come here to ask you not to take a look at it.
Wondering if you could recommend a trip abroad or something like that.
Yeah, we're wondering where to go.
Russia or...
America.
USA. Yes.
Can you help? I mean, maybe you could vote and we'll tell you where we've booked.
There's quite a lot of choice here, actually. Are you having any urinary trouble at all? I thought perhaps your bladder might be in trouble.
Well, the next game celebrates cliches and idioms. A cliché is, of course, an expression that's lacking original thought, whereas an idiom is an over-the-counter diarrhea treatment. Teams, in this round, I'd like you to suggest some well-known English clichés together with their real meaning. Sandy, you can start.
I find I'm caught between two stools. Will somebody please clean this lavatory?
Tim.
You're full of beans this morning. Open the window, would you?
Barry?
When he sees red, there's no stopping him. He's a cyclist.
Graham?
That's a feather in her cap. Whenever she practices birth control, something makes her giggle.
It's hopeless. We're going round in circles. We're stuck in York's one-way system.
Walls have ears. What's that in my ice cream?
He says there's more than one way to skin a cat. He makes kebabs.
I've made a clean sweep. I put Sooty's friend in the washing machine.
He swallowed his pride. Longleat were not feeding him properly.
We've been through thick and thin. We've read the Beckham's fanzine.
Well, the next round is all about business and consumer cock-ups. The business world is littered with hard luck stories. Our own Tim Brooke-Taylor recently saw an advert on the television, called the helpline and found he'd been correctly sold PPI. Turned out he owed the bank £4,000. This is an improvised round in which one team are the bosses and the other team are members of staff in for an appraisal following a series of unfortunate incidents at work for which they appear to be responsible. As the bosses list these various cock-ups and disasters, the staff members should attempt to justify themselves. So can you start, Tim and Sandy? You work as painters and decorators at the National Gallery. And you, Barry and Graham, are their bosses, and you're about to summon them into the boardroom for an appraisal. Off you go.
Now, I don't have to tell you that we're dissatisfied with the job that you did.
Well, why? What have we done wrong?
Think why.
Well, you were engaged as painters and decorators to paint the walls of the gallery. I don't know what colour you'd call that you put up there. Green, some sort of green? Lime green?
A lime,
Yes, it painted a lime green. Do you think you should have taken the paintings down first?
He did gives them a sort of spring-like feel, doesn't it?
That's extra as well.
Yeah.
That's lifting.
I notice you did take some down, and I believe you tried to improve them. Is that right?
Well, the odd moustache here and there doesn't do any harm.
Well, Mona Lisa.
Yes, now I should explain that many of the paintings here are on loan from galleries all over the world, in case there are any pedants listening. What about the Laughing Cavalier?
Oh, he's not laughing now.
No, he's not, is he? No. How did you manage to do that?
Well, sometimes you're a bit bored, drawing a male appendage seems amusing.
Yes. Speaking of which, Michelangelo's David.
Yes.
Or Davina, as we must now know it. Was that just carelessness?
I didn't have a good grip when we moved him.
It seems to me you had an extremely good grip when you moved him.
She's still got it in her hand. It's very...
I'm not very tall, it was at eye height.
Haywain by Constable.
Language.
Yep. We put a moustache on that, too.
It doesn't look very like Mr. Rooney, but it's recognisable.
Looks fairly like him.
And the Scream, the famous Scream by Vermeer. Used to be the girl with the pearl earring, didn't it?
Yes, that's right.
She does look more startled now, I'll give you that.
I mean, people are going to come into the gallery and think these paintings are a disgrace now. The Jackson Pollock there.
Yes.
That huge Jackson Pollock on loan from Peggy Guggenheim, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed.
And she left the entire collection to her dog.
Yes.
Oh. And the
known as the dog's Pollocks, yes.
I wondered where we were going with that.
I'll be honest, I'm new to this game. I never saw that one coming.
Well, let's try that the other way around. This time you can be the staff, Barry and Graham, and you're the customer service employees at an entirely imaginary budget airline who aren't based in Ireland and are not at all litigious. You, Tim and Sandy, you're the airline standards inspectors, and you've arrived at the airline's headquarters to question Barry and Graham.
Hello. Mind if we come into your office and ask you...
Yes, come in, Begorra.
Yeah.
Yes.
And ask you a few questions, if you're free.
Yes.
If you know what free means.
Do you want to sit down while you're here?
There aren't any chairs in here.
I don't think you booked chairs, did you?
Well, could we have a coffee?